So let's say that somebody says that they like to really make intentional decisions, that they move really slowly when it comes to big changes in their life. How can you connect that to moving forward today, and how maybe moving forward today isn't just an overnight thing? Even though they opted in a couple days ago and now they're here, it's actually not a fast process. And it is a long, drawn out, intentional one.
Yeah, I mean, thing is, you've been thinking about doing this for the past 10 years, and you thinking about it and not actually doing it. And it's gotten you up to this point, right, where you're still trying to find resources. So you already understand, hey, I need to figure out something, and I've been planning to do it for the past 10 years. So
good. Let's pause there. You're doing well, but it still feels like now it's a fast decision. Make the decision feel like it's drawn out. It's not just that you've been looking into this for the past 10 years. It's that you've been slowly building a foundation brick by brick. And this is just one last brick on top of that wall. Like, you've already been doing all of this work, and it's led you to this place. If you hadn't done any of that, then you'd be nowhere near here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it feels less like an all of a sudden decision. Right?
Okay.
Let's do another one. Another example. Let's say you're on a call with somebody and they don't like to risk large amounts of capital in anything that's a place where they can directly take it out. So, like, as an example, they're willing to put a large amount into the trading market because they can just take it out. Or they're willing to put a large amount of money in their 401k because they can take it out. But once they give the money to a company to do a service, they can't just take it out. See if you can connect the dots between that idea and this person giving you guys money, like getting started with mentorship.
Okay. And you sort of having that 1 foot in, 1 foot out, do you feel like that's been serving you to the best ability to actually sit down, commit, and be able to actually hit your goals? Because how we were talking about earlier, you mentioned you sort of been in this up and down cycle, and it's been going on for the past 6 months. Do you feel like it might come from just being able to take it in, take it out whenever you want to? Oh yeah. Okay. So why not just commit to getting help and assistance? I don't know.
You're good. I'll pause you. So don't think so much in questions. Like, this is
you should do this because
don't think so much in questions. Try to just like make it make sense to the person. Just explain it to them. Like, when you're able, go ahead.
Yeah, then you could correct me.
Go ahead again.
Yeah, I mean, you've been playing with this money. You know, sometimes you take it in, sometimes you take it out. And it seems like now you're at a point where you actually want to take this seriously. So why not invest into yourself so you are able to hit your goals and be able to accomplish what you actually want to accomplish?
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit better.
Yeah, there's a few different angles you could take with it. You could talk about the commitment side of things, but again, they say they don't like to commit. So maybe it's just more so about protecting the commitments that they do make, so they don't have to commit more. So maybe, one of the things that you said earlier in our conversation is that you really like putting your money in places where you can take it out at any given time. And that's why, like, you don't really love the 401k, you don't really love the Roth IRA. You'd rather just put it in an investment account or in a stock account that you can take out anytime. But what happens in those accounts is, if you want the ability to take it out, then that means that you're never using it, right? It can never be deployed in the market in a bunch of different trades if you want to take out the same amount that you put in. And so really, when you're putting a capital into something that you cannot take it out of, like a mentorship, as an example, like what we do here, it's built to protect the accounts where you are able to take it out. Because let's be real, how often do you take out less than you put in your trading account right now? Fairly often. Like, okay, cool. So when you invest money into a trading mentorship or somewhere where you can't necessarily take the money out, the reason you can't take the money out is because it's built to protect the other accounts where you really have most of your capital. Because, like, let's be real, the 15K for this, that's probably just a fraction of what you want to end up putting into your trading account at the end of the day, right? You want to be taking that much out every single month, let alone how much you need to put in. So this 15K is built to be a sort of moat or a protectant or an armor around your other investments. That's why you do what you do here. That's why people end up learning from us. Make sense? So like I'm just like explaining it. I'm not really asking a ton of questions, maybe here and there, but it's the art of, what do they call it? The silver tongue or something. Have you heard that before? Like the if you think of, it sounds bad to say it this way, but like the slippery salesman who can always just like turn words around into a way that makes sense somehow. Like they'll say the stupidest shit. Like I said earlier, like somebody who's anti-risk putting money into the lottery. Like, you know, the lottery is actually one of the least risky things in the world. All it is just probabilities. And yeah, you're probably not going to win. So, you know, don't put a lot of money into it, but there is a shot that you do win. And if you really want to have the lowest risk investment possible, like just go to the gas station, buy a ticket. Worst case, you're out 10 cents. And best case, you end up winning $20 million from it. It doesn't feel risky at all anymore. Like, it makes complete sense. So that's, I think for where you're at, and like I said, I ran this on a call earlier with some other people. I think it's super common in the high ticket sales space, especially because the question-based selling methodology is so prominent, and it's a good thing. However, what that means is a lot of people are atrophied at the ability to just talk to people and actually like pitch, sell, old school sales. You know, it's kind of like if you're always working one type of muscle, if you're always playing one sport or something, let's say that you're just like always swimming, you're going to build certain muscles and not other muscles, right? Probably need some different ones for baseball compared to swimming, because you're pushing in baseball. Swimming, you're pulling. That's a different set of muscles. Or like if you're really working the muscle of creativity and thinking outside the box, then the muscle of thinking inside the box and logically probably atrophies just a little bit. You know? So I think that's why. But all that to say, practice that. I think that that'll be really beneficial for you. And part of the other exercises that we've done lead into this. So like if you remember the exercises where I told you to just not stop talking for 4 or 5 minutes, that leads into this. It helps your ability to do this. So that makes sense?
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Okay, cool. That's how you'll be able to just like never run out of things to say. And at the same time, everything that you say makes sense. Because some people run out of things to say and it doesn't make sense. It just like sounds like they're just stuttering over their words. But if you can never run out of things to say and it makes sense, sell anything.
Perfect.